Hi friends, welcome to the video lecture series on data analysis case study. So in the last tutorial we have seen about student performance dataset, and we have already collected the dataset and we tried to understand that what are the different attributes of that particular data. What does individual attribute mean? What is the individual meaning of individual attribute in case of data? Now we will try to import those data into our Python environment, and we will go for the further analysis of that data, or what we will take the decision whether particular kind of operation we need to perform for the data cleaning or data joining, data merging kind of operation. So let's start. Okay, so these are the all attribute 33 attribute we have seen yesterday, and I have already downloaded that .csv file. Now let's just import into Python environment. So I am going to use this Jupyter environment for the reading of that .csv file into Python. So we are going to use the pandas library. So let's just import the pandas, and we will name it as PD. So alias name will be PD, so every function we can access through PD. Okay, now inside the PD we will just use the read CSV, and we will supply the actual .csv file name. So I have already kept in the student folder. You can give absolute path like a student mat or whatever your absolute or relative part is there, and all attribute has been separated by the comma. So we'll just supply the separator SEP is equal to comma, and let's assign it to the df, which is nothing but the data frame object. Okay, so we have successfully read the whole database or a data file which is in the form of .csv inside the data frame. Now let's read those things, or let's try to see what are the data looks like, what that data is all about. So let's see if we want to see the first few records. So we have a function like df.head. So we can apply, so it will just return us the first 5 attribute or first 5 instances with all those attributes. So first student has a school GP, its sex means it's a female, age, address will be, we have yesterday seen U means what, U means for the urban and R for the rural. So that way all data has been imported inside our data frame. Now suppose we want to see the last few records. So we have a function like a tail. So it will return us the last few records, last 5 records actually. Suppose we want to see last 10 records, just supply the number here and it will return us the last 10 records. Let's say we want to see last 2 record only. So just supply that number inside this head function and a tail function, and it will show us the last few function. Now suppose some data or some records we want to fetch from the intermediate row, like suppose from the 50 to 54th row we want to access the data. So what we can do, we can just supply 50 and 55. So it will return us all records from 50 to 54. 55 will be excluded. Okay, so total 5 record it has written, which is from 50, 51, 52, 53 and 54, and all the attributes of that particular those all 5 instance. Suppose we want to see what are the different column names are there, like a school, sex, age, but here there is a 3 dots are there, so it has not displayed due to space problem. It has not displayed all those attributes, but suppose we want to get display all those attributes, we can just write df.columns, and it will give us all those attributes name like a school, sex, age, address, family size, status, mother education, father education. And here there is a one more symbol like a U. U means nothing but it has converted all those UTF-8 format data into ASCII format data. Now suppose we want to access particular rows only or particular columns only. So we can just straight away supply like we have one column like study time. So let's just supply this study time here inside this df. Okay, so it has written us that the student 1 study time is 2, student 2 study time is 2, 2, 2, this way. Suppose we want to fetch just first few records, just supply head on the top of it and it will return us first 5 records, but only this study time column only. Here we can see that there is last 3 variables which is nothing but actual grade, and G1 G2 is for the first period grade, G2 is for the second period grade, and G3 which is nothing but our target variable when we go for the actual applying the machine learning related regression related algorithm on the top of it. At that time this G3 variable we are going to predict. But for time being we have already observed how to read those data, how to see those data. If you want to fetch particular record or particular instance of student, if you want to fetch or particular attribute we want to fetch, we have seen how to do it. Now suppose we want some information related this whole data frame, like what are the data type of individual attribute, what are how many total number of records are there for particular attribute. It may happen that for one attribute there may be all those values are available, for another attribute there may be some information will be missing. So we have a very good one command is there, df.info. so once you apply this info on the top of this data frame, it will immediately give us that there are total 395 rows, 33 columns. You can see there are total 395 rows. That means total 395 entries are there. All entries are ranging from 0 to 394, and total 33 columns. That means 33 different attributes. So if you see individual attributes like a school, it has already 395 value. That indicates that there is no missing value, and it is of type object. It's a complex object. That's why it's object. Whatever all string kind of or any other complex object has been given by the object data type in a pandas data frame. After that there are number of ones like integer 64-bit or might be float. There is no float here, but integer 64-bit. So it indicates that there are total 16 attribute which is of type integer 64-bit, rather than whether an object of type 17, and its total memory consumption in our primary memory is 101 KB. So that's all information pandas library immediately give about our data. Now in the next tutorial we'll see about the more further analysis what we can do on the top of this data frame. That's all about this tutorial, friends. I hope you enjoy listening this video, and if you haven't understood anything, please write it to comment, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please do subscribe to support the channel. At last, thank you guys for the watching.